I'm just not a big Fast and Furious fan, so like I don't expect much from it, you know. Let's see. We're live, but I need to set up things.
I did buy a Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, you supported.
Yeah,
you supported
I bought Rock of Ages.
Oh, that movie, man. That movie is tough to get through. There's actually like one, like
I've heard he's actually good in it.
The thing is, there's only like one, like besides Tom Cruise, of course. The best part of it, is Julian Huff, man. Julian Huff.
It was $4. I've never seen it, so I was like, it's $4. Who cares?
Julian Huff is a very attractive person.
I don't even know who that is.
Damn. Have you ever seen the movie Girl Next Door?
Yeah. It's a great
like that movie. Yeah. I started making a list on Letterboxd of like because I love rom-coms. I love those things. So I was like, I really need to make because I want to make content on TikTok and stuff about that. And I want to get like some clips from this live stream or something that would work as good as a TikTok, so I can have some extra things in there. But like, the thing is, when it comes to that content, you have to be like very specific and hyper specific, but also like small and concise. So I was like making a list of ones that I feel like I could say something with. So I put like my favorite favorite like school based movies, which kind of like led me down to like a moral dilemma if The Social Network classifies as one, which I think it does. Because it does take place.
I wouldn't think about.
You like The Social Network, right? Like, please say you do.
Everyone likes that movie.
Well, I thought you would be that one dude because you want to be different, you know, that you don't like it.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it takes place during college. I don't know. I really wouldn't consider it.
I did for my purposes.
There is an argument that you could make for just because the last shot shows how lonely he is and just kind of wishes he was with his college friends. So
I got the fucking theme song stuck in my head from that where it ends. I love that. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, easily. Okay. Well, we can bring that up. We can show that list later. But everyone, welcome. We are live to the monthly live stream. Honestly, kind of surprised we've been this consistent with it, you know? Like when Zack and I first met, we were doing live stream after live stream after live stream, but we're more grown up now. Zack's out of college. I'm in college. I got an internship. Things are just busy. But you guys are still getting content because of the TikToks and stuff, which is really cool. So I've been grinding that. Sorry, doing a little unboxing here real quick because I just got something that I've been wanting to get, and I kind of wanted to do it before we started, but I'm going to just do it now. Look, it's a Nintendo Switch.
I never used mine.
Yeah, I didn't use my other one, but I got the DS one. I think I would use it more. Plus, I want to play Pokemon and Kirby and shit like that. So anyways, I'll get into that later. But
I won't make fun of you for playing Pokemon, but
I swear, Zack. Hey, actually, the co-host of the Fresh Record podcast, Benny, is a Pokemon fan as well. So, you know,
I don't know who that is. So.
Yeah, you guys haven't met yet. But he's part of the network. So
I offended the last person you brought on. So.
Oh, the Lego YouTuber. Ryan, if you're watching, what's up, homie? Yeah. That never got posted, by the way.
I know. It's probably our best video.
That you guys will never see. But no, you know, it's hard to find like movie people that you can have conversations with. Like me and you do, of course, but like it's hard to find those people. So I would love to have like guests on here, of course. Like maybe get Roka on here one of these days. That'd be really cool. I don't know.
I don't know if we can meet that
view requirement.
Intensity. No, intensity.
Roka's the best. Love Roka. But anyways, so a lot of things have happened, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying that if you're a current viewer. A big YouTuber of the name Karsten Runquist. I've been a part of his Patreon for about 2 years now, and they would have like these monthly like live stream talks, and I would join, of course, but I would always talk about the music soundtracks because you guys know, as viewer people of Guideline, that's my thing. That's what I want to do. That's what I love. And Carson was kind of interested in it, and he wanted to make a video on it, and he reached out to ask me questions about it since I was going to school for it. And that happened like a year ago, so I never thought it was going to happen, but it was really cool to have that opportunity to talk about what I love. Then it recently came out, and if you guys are here from that, welcome, because that's what mainly I talk about. This is my co-host, Zack, that does this streams. Yes, if you're wondering, that's a Sausage Party logo on his Discord.
Oh, you can see that?
Yeah, because you don't show your face, so therefore I have to do this.
Well, that's even better.
And the funny thing is, you could go back on our other stuff on Guideline and see that your face is on here. So there's like you're not hiding it; it's just not here.
Well, I mean, I'm not even near a computer right now.
Yeah.
So I mean...
But anyways, welcome guys, and we're just kind of get to our thing. So, Zach, how has been your April? Anything interesting in your life happen?
Nope.
Didn't you go on vacation?
Nope, I went on a work trip, but that's
Oh yeah, how was that? How was that? How was the work trip?
Ran into someone that I went to middle school with. Didn't remember him at all, but he remembered me. So.
Damn. Jeez.
So that was interesting, but besides that, I have not done much.
Okay.
I've been rewatching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, what made you do that?
So I watched. So when House of Dragon came out, I watched the first 3 episodes. Then I stopped watching it, not for any real reason. I just, fell behind and never caught back up. So I watched all of House of Dragon, and I was like, I want to watch all of Game of Thrones because I have the 4K versions, and I haven't watched them yet. And love that show.
Yeah, it's good.
It's out of this world good.
Yeah.
Like, never seen a show.
Dude, you would love Succession. I don't know why you're not watching that show, dude. It's so good.
I'm just gonna wait until it's over now.
You watch Barry. Have you been watching Barry?
So I'm gonna watch Barry. I just with watching Game of Thrones, I was watching Mandalorian, and I'm watching Ted Lasso. I was like, let's wait until a few of these end.
I watched one episode of Mandalorian and bowed out instantly of the new season, so I'll catch up maybe in a year. And then Ted Lasso, I'm just not in the mood for. I don't know if that makes sense.
I love Ted Lasso.
I like it. I like it, but I'm like, I watched like one episode of the newest season so far. So
it's the new season's really good.
But on the other hand, I'm watching Succession, Barry, and Dave right now. Those are all currently going on right now.
Luckily, Barry, it's still 30-minute episodes.
Dude,
right?
it's so good. Yes, it's so good
so
already.
It's easy to watch. So,
yeah,
I mean...
it's so good. Dude, like, and I've been... Still, you could go from the very beginning of this year. I'm still on One Tree Hill, everybody. Still on One Tree Hill. Granted, I did not watch much of it this month because... I got like a strong, like really bad opinion of the show now because season 6 ended with like the 2 main characters, or I should say the more interesting of the 4 main characters, like left the show like entirely. So now it's like the side characters as the main characters for like the next 3 seasons. And I'm like, I don't have the motivation to continue, but I'm going to because I'm like 7 seasons in. So... and there's 9. I'm just ready for it to be over at this point. Because I'm still on that. But yeah, TV is like all over the place. I'm still trying to catch up on some shows that I need. Like, it's just so much TV. It's very hard to keep handling because I'm still trying to watch movies as well. That's why I enjoy movies more than TV shows because like you could watch it for an hour, then you're done. So like. It's just better for me. And we could talk about this before we get into the CinemaCon stuff. The Harry Potter news, Zach, that they're rebooting it and making it into a show.
Dumbest news ever. Dumbest news ever. That show's never gonna finish.
Well, here's my thought. Okay.
I would put money on it. I would put money on it.
You know how that's my favorite franchise, Harry Potter is, and I know you love it. It's not your favorite, is it? It's one of them, but it's not your ultimate.
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Okay.
I would say it is, just because I can watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
Well, two sittings. One sitting.
Yeah, I could talk about that. Speaking of Harry Potter, actually, here in Oklahoma, they had like a live playing of the score along with the first movie.
Yeah.
I went to that. That was really cool to see the first movie. Actually, like the first movie, I kind of skip sometimes because I'm just kind of seeing it too many times.
I mean, I don't knock you on that. The first two I could skip. Yeah. To be honest, at this point, just because it's all world building, which it needed to be done, but
exactly. But anyways, my thought process on this is, as my favorite franchise, and I liked the last Fantastic Beasts movie. I really did. I think
both of us did.
Yeah, I enjoy that movie. That movie gets so much hate. I don't understand it. I thought, after coming from a colossal shitbag of Crimes of Grindelwald, to come back with a movie that's good, that makes me want to see another one, I think they did a good job with it. But, of course, the majority was like, awful, it doesn't make sense. I went back to my Harry Potter. Like, the little moment in that movie where you see the castle and hear the theme, that was enough for me. Like, that, like, I'm a person that loves the franchise, that wants to learn more. I want it expanded. I don't want to rehash the same things. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. I love these movies. These movies made me start Guideline. These movies made me did everything growing up. They were like the reason why I love movies. And to take a show, I was thinking that I was going to be like, no, don't do it, you know? But for some reason in my heart and my gut, I'm not really opposed to it, which is weird. It's really weird feeling, because I've gotten this feeling with other franchises that I don't really care much about. But yet this one, I'm like, I guess it's okay, because there is movies that flop the bag, in my opinion. Like, after reading the books, right? I've watched the movies first, then read the books. Like, Goblet of Fire could be better. Like, it could be better. Like, the fact of a whole season going through the Triwizard Cup is exciting to me. Like, that's exciting.
They'll never get that far, though.
Yeah, that's what's been in my gut too. It's like they'll get to the first season and it'll just be like, it would be like those things that we've seen, like Fantastic Four, you know, like they tried to redo it and then it flopped, and then we'll just have like a one standalone season of the first. Like, yeah. I feel like it will be that. Like, the fact that they're not continuing the story with the movies and not just going back in time to do a Marauder show, I would 100% be in for that. Like, Marauders are so rich with history. Or going into the future, not with Harry, but following Lupin and Tonks kid. Like,
wow, both of them are dead.
I know, but like the kid lived on the day Luna. So like, I would love to see that. Like, that would be so interesting to see that happen. Like, that, therefore you can continue, because I don't want them to do a cursed child. Like, people are like, oh, they should have done a cursed child. No, that story's awful. It's really bad. They take the core of like Cedric Diggory and try to make him evil, saying he would have turned or something. No, Cedric wouldn't. Like, that's not part of his character. So like, yes, it's the movies that like I don't want to see it with. You know, like, I would like to see Order. I would like to see, because Order is a massive book. That's like a fucking Bible, that book.
It's the longest book.
Yeah. So I would like to see like Half-Blood, Goblet, and Order like all be series. That would be really cool. But like the first, no, like I don't, because I don't want to start at the beginning again. Chamber of Secrets could be interesting. Prisoner of Azkaban's perfect, so I don't know how you would do that. And then you would get to the ones that would be interesting, like Goblet, Order, Half-Blood. And then the final, those movies are perfect. So like why? Like the only thing I would like to add them is add Ted Tonks because Ted Tonks is in the book, and I love Ted Tonks as a character, so like that would be interesting. But the thing is just I get your hatred. I should be there, but for some reason in my gut, it's not because maybe it's because I had the feeling, like you said, that it's not gonna last. Like, why get upset about it? Like, it might be that. It's like a weird thing. Maybe I need to see a therapist about this. About my Harry Potter. But yeah, then we got the news that they're making a Twilight series, which dude, say what you will, that is going to do phenomenally well. And it makes more sense to do that than Harry Potter because those movies, half of them are garbage. So like they could really do something with it. The only thing that's upsetting is the soundtrack to the first movie's perfect, so like they would have to get rid of that. But like yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know why everyone's going down the series route, and it kind of makes me upset because I'm a movie guy. So like but yeah. Do you have any like final thoughts on that?
It's just I don't think you can add. I mean, there's stuff you can add, but it was cut from the movies for a reason.
It's so minimalistic stuff too. It's not like big, you know.
Yeah, that's how.
Unless you're talking
feel.
Goblet, unless you're talking Goblet, Goblet got a shit ton of it taken out.
Even Goblet. I mean, like I know I forget the stupid character's name. Pinky, like, oh, thank God that wasn't in the movie. Like,
that's dude, that's my favorite book. The Goblet of Fire is my favorite book of of all the Harry Potter books. So like, I found the whole thing with like Hetzibah Smith and that. I love that stuff. So like I think where you're going when you're thinking Pinky, you're thinking of Hermione and the that's where your head's going. But there's a lot more to it than that. Like a lot more.
But yeah, just them adding stuff, and it's gonna be so unfair on the actors who take definitely the main few, you know.
Oh, dude, they're gonna get so much shit. They're gonna get so much shit. It's gonna be awful for them.
It's just, I could see them doing it in 50 years. I would have, or 25 years, reboot it. But it's literally the last movie came out in 2011. I mean, it's not even 20 years old. The last one, I know the first one is, but I mean, it's just one of those things. I don't get what the point is.
See, it makes sense.
And getting views.
Like, it makes sense for like a Percy Jackson or a Twilight to do this. It doesn't make sense for a Harry Potter to do this. And like, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not super close-minded on it, so like, I don't know. But we could sit here and talk for days about this, to be fair. But anyways, let's move on to the CinemaCon stuff and talk about what happened here. I'm going to pull this on the screen so you guys can see what we're talking about here. Let me move my camera real quick. Let's see. Chrome. Boom. Wait, what the... There we go. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so CinemaCon, if you guys don't know, is kind of like a con where movie theater heads come to talk about the new releases coming out, and the studio is trying to hype them up to put their movies in their theaters. So it's kind of a big deal, and they get like a lot of stuff. So there was like secret screenings. Not secret. They weren't secret at all, actually.
Because The Flash was announced months ago.
Yeah, so they did The Flash. They did Joyride, the new comedy by our boy Seth Rogen. That show looks exciting, by the way. The new Seth Rogen show. We're in for that. Because me and you love Seth Rogen. But anyways, like they had that, and then lastly they had The Boogeyman, a horror movie from Searchlight. So I didn't hear good things about it. Plus, I was never going to see it in the first place, so it won't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Okay. So let's start with Paramount, because I didn't think Paramount had much to talk about. So we'll start here. So it first started off with my boys' movie, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. We didn't see actually, but like they gave like a 20-minute card race. So yeah, like I'm stupidly excited for this movie. Like was that March? I think it was March. It was either March or February. I binged all the movies again, and I loved them all.
Yeah, it was recently.
Yeah, it was recently, and same with Fast and Furious. So like, I'm all good for those. But anyways, like, you don't have anything to say about this, right? Like, we got some pictures of Tom Cruise and Haley Atwell together and stuff. Like, I'm sorry,
Since we didn't see it. There's really not much.
but dude, like, all the women in this movie, just like, dude, I've always had crushes on them. You got Vanessa Kirby, oh my gosh. You got Haley Atwell, oh my gosh. And then you got Rebecca Ferguson, dude, all in the movie with my boy Tom Cruise. I love Simon Pegg. Like, there's a reason why this is my number one most anticipated. So like, it's exciting. We can't talk about it. Okay, next thing, a movie that I know me and you both been looking for, especially me because it literally filmed where I am. We got Killers of the Flower Moon, the new Martin Scorsese movie. This has a October release. So they got like they got like a teaser trailer, I think, and they got like a full scene. I hear it's like really brutal is what I'm hearing. But it looks fantastic. But like, people are like, the most thing I'm hearing about this is like it's brutal, which is interesting. Which makes sense because this part of history is not the greatest, especially in Oklahoma too. But I hope it's good for Oklahoma's sake. You know, maybe we'll get to see it at my film festival.
I know it's playing at Cannes.
Yeah, it's playing
which
at
is
Cannes.
what, next week or 2 weeks,
Yeah,
something like that.
It looks good. Again, like, it's weird because Scorsese, I love him. He directed my favorite movie of all time, so like, of course I'll see it. But like, you know, some of his movies I don't love. So like, I'm excited for this, of course, soundtrack purposes as well. So yeah. Did you see anything or want to comment anything about this?
Nope. It's almost 4 hours long. But besides that,
Was it Irishman was 3? Wasn't it? Like
3:15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, 3.5, but 3:15's like then the credits.
Oh, okay.
The only reason I know is because I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, I own that Criterion. So.
Yep, one of the best Criterions. Highly recommend.
Also, they're releasing After Hours like soon.
I saw that.
I'm very excited for that because that movie's very cool.
It is a really good movie.
Yeah.
And it's not on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Next, we have the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. I personally never been a massive fan of the Ninja Turtles, but Seth Rogen is part of it, so of course I will support. It also has the main kid that played Thor in Good Boys, which he has gone on to be like one of my favorite like young actors because he did the Mighty Ducks show, which was heavily underrated and underseen. First of all, that show is really good. I don't know why I'm choosing to die on that hill for that show, but it's good. I enjoy it. But yeah, like, I'll support it for Seth Rogen. I'm not like excited for it. This seems it's an August release, so it's like the end of summer. But I won't see this opening weekend. If I see, it'll be late because I don't want to go with like a bunch of kids because that would just be awful. Yeah. So, any thoughts on Ninja Turtles, Zach?
Probably won't see it, even though it has Rogen's really involved. So, not my thing. Never seen any of them. So.
Oh, you never seen any? You
nope.
haven't seen the Bays?
No.
Oh,
nope.
Wow.
Never seen any of them.
Wow, fake Bay fan. Okay. Next one I'm very excited for, which is one that blew us away 2 years ago, I think. It was Quiet Place Part 2, but we had the prequel, A Quiet Place Day 1. They saw like some footage here, and then we got some more information that it takes place like in New York. So that'll be really cool. So it's probably gonna be really hectic, unlike the other movies. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Like, I love the first two movies. I have faith in this one. I never seen any of them in theaters. I think I'll see this one in theaters as my first one. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. Like, I have no like, I don't know. I don't have any of that. I have full faith in this franchise. So like, what? Like, I know we didn't see anything, but like,
who's the director on it? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Michael Sarnisky, and while you talk about, look what he's done. Let's see what he's done.
I know he did a really popular
Oh, he did
movie.
Pig. He did Pig with Nick
Oh,
Cage.
that's not what I was thinking of.
I liked Pig though. Pig was good.
I never watched it, so but yeah, I mean this I if it's a prequel, so it's called Day One. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's like through the first two movies, I mean that opening sequence in the second one was
It's
probably
really
the
good.
best sequence or the best scene in the movie. So I mean, anything like that. I mean, you could look at The Last of Us. Some of the best scenes in that show was just seeing the outbreak at the start, which
Yeah.
if they do it really well, it should be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. So like I've it's not like I don't have faith in it. Yeah, I've been proven wrong every time. Like me, I'm not gonna like it. And I loved it all. So next we have a new Krasinski movie called If, which stands for Imaginary Friends. They got like a lot of.
It's not a remake.
No, it's not a remake.
Okay.
It's an original idea from Krasinski. It stars Ryan Reynolds. Who else? I think Will Ferrell's in this as well. Oh wow, there's tons of people. So there's Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Maya Rudolph, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Vince Vaughn, Sam Rockwell, Richard Jenkins, Jon Stewart, Sebastian Maniscalco, Christopher Milani, and Aquafina in this one. And it's like a mix of CG and live action. It says, but it's like basically about a young girl that can like see other people's imaginary friends. So like she'll be able to speak to, and I'm assuming that like Ryan Reynolds and stuff. So like Steve Carell is in it as well. It looks like so. Yeah, it has a massive cast. I trust Krasinski, so I'm in. Like, what's your thoughts on hearing about this?
I didn't even hear about it until now. So
Yeah, but you like
yeah.
Krasinski, like you
Oh yeah,
trust
yeah.
him.
I
Don't
mean
you?
he's what 2 for 2. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what his next movie is. That's not just a horror, sequel. So
Yeah. So next we have Transformers One. It's going to be like how Optimus Prime and whatever's fuck his name is, the main villain.
just Decepticon or what? I
Yeah,
forget.
what? Anyways, it's the origin stories of them fighting and hating each other. It's an animated movie. Apparently, it's a plan of a trilogy. I will definitely not be seeing this because I'm not a Transformers fan. The only time I really enjoyed a movie from there was Bumblebee. So like I will support Beast Wars because it's kind of continuing that on. But like I'm just not like I'm going for the soundtrack purposes. I'm going for like the enjoyment of Bumblebee. But I'm not gonna see this. Like I'm telling you right now, I will not see this movie.
Don't worry, I am not either.
Yeah, unless it's like, oh, it's the new it's
Spider-Verse?
the new
That's the only way I would
Spider-Verse.
see it.
The new Spider-Verse.
That's the only way I would see it.
Yeah. So like literally that's it with it. So then kind of moving on, the last thing that we got from Paramount was a untitled Avatar The Last Airbender movie that's like a sequel to the series. So I like the show. It's interesting. They're really banking high on Avatar since it had that like blow up again, like mid COVID, I think it was. So yeah, I'll see it, but I really need to rewatch the series because it's been a while. So it's been on my list to do, but it's interesting.
I have no thoughts.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So we'll move on. Okay, Zach, I'll give you a choice. What do you want to do? You want to do Sony, Disney, Universal, or Warner Brothers next?
oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I don't.
That
think
was the one that you just did was the one that I didn't really pay much attention to.
Okay.
Like,
I guess let's do Disney because I don't think they have much. So we got some more footage of The Little Mermaid. Zach, are you going to see this or no?
No.
Okay.
Heck no. Nope.
So I'll be the only one on the team to review this one. Do you want to be fun, Zach? Like if we actually get big enough to the point where we can go to film festivals and we can go like work as a team for Guideline and go to film festivals.
This one definitely wouldn't be at film festival.
I don't know why my head went there, but it just kind of did. But anyways, Then they got some footage in the new Pixar movie Elementals. The main thing about it that we've heard before this footage was it's like a rom-com, and then people are saying it's a rom-com, but it's not what you think a rom-com is. So Pixar really hasn't done it for me since a very long time. So like, I probably will watch this. I won't see this in the theaters. I'm telling you right now, I just won't see this in the theaters. Will you see this in the theaters?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, cool.
I mean, unless it's, I'll see Pixar movies in theaters, but
yeah.
I couldn't even tell you the last Pixar movie I actually watched. Oh, probably Toy Story 4. So yeah, I don't know, probably not.
Okay. Next, we have a movie that I'm like looking forward to. I don't remember if it made it my most anticipated. But I'm excited for it. It is the new Haunted Mansion movie. And we got some more footage of this, and I hear like it's been basically repeating itself from the trailer. Like it was like, oh, you're gonna see these things from the ride that you recognize and stuff like that. So they were just kind of repeating that, and I think they showed a scene. The reason I'm excited for this movie is it brings back the Disney that I miss, where they would do these original like family movies that are not these big blockbusters. They're kind of like these small, like little adventure movies that take place in one place. It's what I grew up on. It's what I love. It's what I miss about Disney. And it feels like that's what this movie is. It doesn't feel like the stature of a Jungle Cruise. It feels more of a straight up just like a little movie, you know? It doesn't feel massive in its size. So like I'm excited for this. The cast is interesting. I have not liked what Disney has done for years, so it's weird for me to have faith in this particular movie. But because I like Jungle Cruise, I have a little bit of excitement for this. I know there's nothing to really talk about, but like, did you ever watch the Haunted Mansion trailer?
Nope, I probably won't see this.
Okay.
All I heard was there's a lot of cameos.
Yeah.
And that instantly turned me off, and I was like, yep,
talk about
I'm
a lot
good.
of camels. Let's talk about Ghosted. No.
But no.
Next we have The Creator, which I completely forgot what this was about. Oh yeah, this is like there's Spotlight that's part of Disney now, so this is like one of those movies. It's the new Gareth Edwards project from District 19 or District 9. I forgot what the movie's called. And then he did Elysium that like kind of blew up his career, but then it kind of just went. Then he did Chappie, I think it was.
No, that's Neil Blomkamp.
Oh, okay. Then who? Gareth Edwards is Rogue One guy. Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Then why is Neil? Okay.
Well, Neil Blomkamp. They showed. I don't know if it was Disney. They showed Gran Turismo or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. He directed that, but
okay.
I don't know if that was Disney or not.
I think we'll get to it. But anyways, The Creator's like a new science fiction movie that people are saying that looks good, AI oriented, and it's with John David Washington, who I love as an actor. So like, again, there's not much to say about this. So like, just from the thoughts of it, Zach, like, will this be a thumbs up in a scenario that you will see or no?
I'll see it because of Edwards.
Okay.
I'm always curious on.
I will see it
because I like his Godzilla movie. Rogue One. I doubt he really directed, so he hasn't made a movie in a long time.
I will see it because of John David Washington.
That's you. I mean, he's definitely one of the.
Yeah, I was one of the few that liked Tenet. So I was one of the few that liked Tenet.
I think it was my favorite movie of that year.
Dude, me and you loved that movie, and people were like hating on it. I'm like, I did not like Dunkirk. I did not like Dunkirk.
Nolan stuff where he's like, it must be in a theater, which I don't disagree with them because other people said that, but he forced it out. I guess I don't know. It's one of those.
It's stupid. Okay, and then lastly from Disney is a new Disney animated movie called Wish. I will not see this movie. Because Disney has flopped the ball and very much, but I know like people that will ride and die for Disney. So I'm not one of those people. And I know you won't see this, so we won't even comment about that. So we'll move on. Let's move on to. Let's do Warner Brothers. Why not? Okay. So starting off, one of the most anticipated movies of the year for many people, the new Barbie movie, directed by Greta Gerwig. They showed some clips from this movie, and I know like a bunch of people showed up like from the cast here. I'm in. I don't need to be shown anything more from this. I will be going. So yeah, like there's been a whole debate like what will you see first, Barbie or Tenet? I will probably see Barbie first. Because Tenet is just going to be filled with a bunch of movies of like these grown men that go to the movies once a year. And that's not as bad as like a ton of little kids and stuff for Barbie. So I will see Barbie day one.
When was the last time you saw a kids movie in theaters?
A very long time. A very long
terrible.
time. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I will not be seeing Barbie. So
I will be seeing Barbie first because they're not going to be on that Thursday night. You know.
Oh, that's what I said about Toy Story 4. I was wrong.
Okay, but you're gonna what? So you're not gonna see Barbie at all?
Probably not. Not in theaters. That's be an awkward one for me to go see.
I'm pretty sure I can like guess that that's gonna change. But anyways, Barbie. So that's it. Then a movie that was like back when I did my worst movies of the year list was on there. We got the Meg 2, The Trench. I hated the first movie. Rainn Wilson was by far the best, like the worst part of the movie. I don't know if Rainn Wilson's in this sequel. But who knows? I probably won't see this in theaters. This will probably be like day one when it comes into iTunes or something like that for me. Like I probably won't see this in theaters. But yeah. Any thoughts on Meg 2?
I didn't see the first one.
Okay, moving on. You have no thoughts about these, Zach.
No, not much.
Here's one you have something to say about. We got Blue Beetle. They got some new footage. Basically it was the same trailer but with new scenes is what I'm hearing from the stuff. But as the kid from Cobra Kai who I love, I prefer DC over Marvel. I just like what DC has to offer in the sense of superheroes and stuff. Yes, Marvel has better films than DC. I know. We don't need to go about this debate, but I get more excited about DC movies. So Blue Beetle, I'm in. I'm excited for it. Zach, thoughts?
I finally saw that first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
What, 2 or 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago? It looks fine. I don't know. It looks, I mean, it looks like your typical, origin story, which at this point we have seen so many times. But it looks fine. I guess I'll probably see it. Depends unless if it's as bad as like, I saw Morbius, so I'll probably see it. But yeah, James Gunn said it's actually a really good movie, so who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Then we have The Nun 2. I won't be seeing this. Zach, will you be seeing this?
Unless if people really like it. Didn't see the first one, so.
So guys, you're out of luck. You have to go to a different place to find about The Nun stuff. A movie that me and you love, Zach. It's getting its sequel, and we got to see some footage here. Dune Part 2. Wow, I love the first movie. It blew me away. I do not like the book. I read the book. And to be fair, the only thing I remember... Wait, no, I don't, that takes place at the end of the first movie. Shit, man. That's how bad this book is. I don't remember what happens in this part. It'll probably come to me. What happens in this, but I'm excited. Like, for some reason, Timothée Chalamet has always brought the ball for me in the sense of, like, always being on my top 10 of the year every time he has a movie come out. Like, it's been that way. You can look at my list. Bones and All is on my top 5. I'm a big Chalamet fan, so I have no doubts this will probably be in my top 10. I'm very excited about it. I don't really care about it. We got some like photos of Florence Pugh. I did like one creepy like shadow figure of Austin Butler. Zach, I know you're excited about it, but any thoughts? Did you see those images?
I think I did. I mean, they're just images,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but I can finally rewatch the first one because I've kind of held back on it
I've been wanting
because
to, man.
it's definitely a part one, if you know what I mean, where
I
it's
hate when people
definitely
say that. I love it. It's like I
oh,
love Harry Potter. Deathly Hallows Part 1. I
it
love
was
that
my top
movie.
five of that year, but it's a part one, and want more, so at least I get to see it again
Yeah.
here soon.
But yeah, we're excited for that one. Oh hell yeah! You know what time it is, Zach? Let's talk about it. My second most anticipated movie of the year that I'm willing to die on a hill for. We are talking Wonka, man. Wonka. Okay? Directed by Paul King, who did the Paddington movies, which those movies are perfect. They're fantastic. And I know you still haven't seen them, Zach, and I don't know what you're doing with your
I've
life.
seen the second one.
Oh, okay. Did you like it?
I've never seen the first one.
Did you like it?
I mean, it was fine. I mean,
Oh my god.
it was
Stop
not, you know,
talking. Stop
it's
talking.
not my
Stop. No,
my
no,
type of
no.
movie. I mean, I could clearly tell you it's not my. I'm not gonna be like Nick Cage and be like, you know what we're gonna watch tonight, kids? Paddington 2.
But anyways, I've been a massive Willy Wonka fan my entire life. The whole thing fascinates me the same way the Wizard of Oz does. I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I love it. I did a book report in like elementary school where I made my own like Wonka bars and stuff. I've read this book so many times. I love the original movies. Oh no, I love the original movie. I hate the fucking Tim Burton one. That one's atrocious to cinema. I hate that movie.
I really want to rewatch.
That's
that
one of my least favorite movies of all time. Is
I want to
the
see
remake.
Michael Jackson play Willy Wonka.
Just stop. Well, anyways, we got some footage. We got some. I don't. Literally, they can say that this movie sucks, and I still won't believe it. Like that's how excited I'm for this movie. Like, I said it was a musical. That's going to be exciting because I love the music from the original Willy Wonka. I trust the director. The story is like a biopic of Wonka in a sense, which is really cool. Like, I'm so into this. Like, I'm so excited for this. I have again trust in Timothy Chalamet. Like, I am incredibly excited for this movie. I know Zach, you don't give a shit, so we'll just move on.
Nope.
I don't want you to talk shit about it because I'm excited for it. And I can't wait till we can come back in December recap and be like, Wiley, I was wrong. Wanta is
I'm not going to
fantastic.
see it.
I will force you. I will fly to where you are and drag your ass to the cinema to watch it.
It does show they have confidence in it, showing it at CinemaCon. But with that being said, last year they brought Amsterdam and another one that was supposed to be a really good movie.
Buzz
So
Lightyear was there as well.
I mean, that got decent reviews. I never saw it, so I can't say
It was
anything
ass.
about
I
it.
didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Next, a movie that I'm not excited for because I did not like the first. We have Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. I think it was just like a little bit of footage they showed. That's it. I don't think there was more about it. Any thoughts on Aquaman?
I didn't think they showed footage, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't. Again, have no idea.
I didn't even hear anything about it. This movie apparently doesn't really exist.
I'm not excited for it either. So, I guess we'll just move on. Then we have The Color Purple. They remake it's like the musical adaptation of the story. So people are saying it's good. I've never seen the original, so I have like no thoughts on it. But yeah, The Color Purple.
I mean, I've seen the original. I don't know how it's a musical, but I mean, yeah,
We'll see.
Color Purple is a good movie. So I mean, and that one's. It doesn't surprise me they would remake it just because it's like 30-something, 40 years old. So why not?
Spielberg directed the last one, right?
Original. Yep, he did.
Okay. I think also that was here, but it's not listed here. The Wicked got stuff.
Yeah,
which
they did.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Wicked. Like growing up, one of my things I've always wanted to do is I always wanted to go see Wicked the play. I've had 2 trips booked to New York that got canceled both times. Every time I've had my tickets for it. Like, I'm incredibly excited for Wicked. I need to see the play. It will literally destroy me as a person if I see this movie before I see the play.
Wouldn't you want to see it before the play?
No, hell
Because
no,
wouldn't
hell
you
no.
assume the play is better?
I don't care, dude. I'm a Wizard of Oz fan. I'm like
I'm
one of
just
the few
saying.
people that liked Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oh
Like,
God, that movie sucks.
I like that. Like I said, I'm
I
one of the
love
few.
Sam Raimi. I love Sam Raimi, but that movie is.
No, that movie's
Oof.
fantastic. Okay, anyways, so I'm excited for Wicked. Are you gonna see Wicked? Would that be one you'll see?
Better chance than Wonka.
You got
But
you
that's
got to take chances, Zach. You
2024.
can't just go to the theaters to see what you want to see. You got to take chances and see shit.
Yeah.
All right, so last we have Sony's presentation here.
You skipped the biggest thing from CinemaCon.
What? Oh, the Flash?
The Flash.
Well, yeah, but they saw the movie. Like, what are we gonna say? People said it looks good. There, that's.
I highly recommend looking at Jeff Snyder's.
Oh, no, I've seen
Twitter.
it. Yeah, he says, "Oh, it's fantastic, great movie at the beginning, and then the third act was awful." Yeah.
Then he starts calling people out that loved it. I'm like, come on, man. It doesn't matter. Why are you?
Well, Jeff Snyder has a very intense opinion about movies.
Yeah,
I respect it. Like, that's his opinion and stuff. But
I respect it until he starts calling other people out on.
That's just who
on their
that's
opinion.
who he is, though. That's who he is.
That is. But I mean, that was a good 15, 20 minutes on Twitter there. Oh, and I don't know if you saw this or not. This at the premiere or whatever, they were about to see the Flash. Andy Signore took a selfie with Jeremy Johns.
Oh no!
but then and Jeremy Johns in the picture looks kind of
yeah, he's
he
probably
doesn't
fucking.
want it,
He's like, get off me, dude.
he feels you could tell he kind of feels weird about it. And then there's a video of him of Andy Signore was doing a live stream and he's like, oh, there's Jeremy Johns.
So Andy he could literally had no room to act.
But this is the best part. Andy turns and Jeremy Johns flicked him off. I can send you the video. I want to see that.
I hate Andy Signore, dude. I got a picture with that dude at Star Wars Celebration. I deleted that as soon as I could. Damn, dude, that feels like ages ago. It's Green Donkeys and all that shit. Well, anyways, but yeah, there's not much we could talk about it. I don't like Ezra Miller. I didn't like him before these things came out. So I don't I don't know. It just feels like I'm not gonna like this movie regardless. I'm gonna see it. I'll see it. All right. So first thing we have from Universal, we have a movie called Dumb Money, and I am kind of forgetting what this is about. I'm just kind of reading. So it's the director from I, Tonya. Oh yeah, okay. So Dumb Money is the new GameStop stocks biopic movie. With Nick Offerman, Vincent D'Onofrio, Paul Dano. This is going to be in the schemes of think of Big Short. It'll be kind of like that.
And that director has very similar.
Yeah, I love I, Tonya. I, Tonya was great. So seeing I, Tonya's style in a thing like this gets me excited.
It's weird that it's taken them this long to have another movie, but who cares?
And Seth Rogen's in this too. We got to support our boys, so of course we'll see this. But yeah, so that's Dumb Money. Then we have Insidious: The Red Door. Have you seen the Insidious movies, Zach?
I've seen the first 3. I skipped 4.
Okay.
I may see this. I don't know. It's one of those. I'm not in love with this franchise as much as some.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have more footage from a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We'll see this. Literally, that's one of the most perfect soundtracks I've heard in years. Was that movie? So I'm 100% in. There's no doubt in me of missing this, which is crazy. I remember seeing it in theaters after Venom, and that after credit scene was the scene where he's going against the Prowler, and he goes to the graveyard and stuff. I remember that. I was like, I'm not excited for this movie. And then I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this blew me away. And I've rewatched that movie so many times, man. It's so good.
I'm definitely seeing that one.
Yeah.
That's like the only animated movie I have plans on seeing.
Yeah. Then we have something that sounds fucking badass, but who knows? Kraven the Hunter is going to be like a brutal rated R movie. Like some really bad like violence. They said, like, you know what? I'm in, and then like Rhino's in it too. Like again, I liked Venom 2. I did not like Venom 1. Morbius was just awful. This movie is going to be on the odds of being bad. Like, let's call it in. It's going in with bad odds. But, like, a good action movie, you know, I'm kind of in. Like, this is, like, I don't know. What's your thoughts on Kraven?
At least it's doing something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess that's the best way you can fucking put it.
The only thing is, and I mean, until we see it, we don't know, but Sony is not very well known to making good
exactly
superhero movies. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason I said they're going in with a bad track record. So like the odds of this being bad is very good.
Yeah. Who's the director? Do you know the director?
J.C. Channer. Let me look what he's done.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah. It's probably just like some indie stuff. Okay, so did Triple Frontier, my boy's movie. A Most Violent Year.
I hate that movie.
Margin Call.
That's a very weird director for that movie, but
we'll see.
It kind of makes me more interested.
Yeah, like why get the guy for Triple Frontier to do Kraven? I like that movie, but that's kind of a weird choice. Okay. So then we have Gran Turismo, which at the top of it, like it does not seem like something I'd be interested in because I did not like Need for Speed with that movie. I just didn't. I saw it, but I did not like it at all. But the fact that like it's a story of like someone that plays a game that has to go race and it's like a training, so it's like a sports movie in a sense. I'm in. When I heard that, I'm like, I'm more in than I was. So like, what's did you hear anything about this or?
I'm just seeing it because Neil Blomkamp.
Okay.
He always interests me, and he hasn't had a movie in a while.
This is an August release.
Kind of scary. Because August isn't a great movie month.
I thought it's not August. It's September is where it's really odd.
It's end of August, early September.
Yeah.
Because early September, like right after, right before TIFF, it's always those like 2 or 3 weeks.
That's a graveyard zone, yeah.
It's really like it's kind of thing, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, so next one, a movie I'm very excited for because I love rom-coms. We have Anyone But You, which is a rom-com with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. A lot of people are like, I don't know how to feel about this, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm into rom-coms. I will see this easily. I will go support rom-coms any day. So
and it's a hard R. So,
yeah. So I'm in.
That's what intrigues me. I mean, because at least it's trying to do something a bit different.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm in.
You know what I mean? If it's funny, it's funny. It doesn't matter
could
how
be ass, and I'll be there. Like I'll be there. Next, but lastly, actually, is the Napoleon movie directed by Ridley Scott, which apparently they got a scene shown to them that was like a battle scene, and only hearing fantastic things from it. So, it was originally supposed to go straight to Apple TV, but then they got a theater release schedule. So, yeah,
that makes me more encouraged than even seeing a scene, just because Ridley Scott is a lot of missing.
He's batting 50-50 as of recently, because I really enjoyed the Ben Affleck one he did with Matt Damon. I forgot what that one's called.
Oh yeah, The Last Stand.
I like that one, but I did not like House of Gucci. So like he's batting 50-50 right now for me.
That is true. He did have The Last Stand. Yeah, House of Gucci's not great.
So, and I'm not a big Joaquin fan personally. I'm not a big fan of his. So like, I don't know. I will see it, of course, but
he always gives good performances. I mean,
exactly, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, well, that was CinemaCon. I think biggest highlight for me, of course, of hearing everyone's thoughts is getting me excited about things Wonka does and Wicked. Those are the things that like I've already been anticipating for a while. So hearing news about it's been exciting. So like I'm excited for those. But like the most surprising thing to come out of it for me is the Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney, because I love rom-coms. So like that's it for me. Like Zach, what did CinemaCon do anything from you from hearing word of mouth?
It was nice to hear that The Flash is a good movie because we've heard a lot of PR stuff about it.
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, they didn't really release much to the public, so it's just like, you know, he said, she said stuff like,
Yeah.
oh, this scene's really good, but
and they probably show a little bit that's actually good of it, and then they give you the rest that's ass.
Yep.
You know, like
yeah,
we
just
don't
like
know.
I said, they showed Amsterdam last year, and
Ugh,
I mean that trailer
movie
looks
was
great.
so bad.
So I mean, yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those
Yeah.
things where
I'll
you
never
just
let that movie down, dude. That movie was very disappointing.
I haven't even seen it, and I'm a pretty big fan of everyone involved in that movie.
Dude, well, you haven't seen it?
Nope.
Oh
No.
God, you're lucky, dude. I wish I could go back in time. But yeah, so that's CinemaCon. Let's go to Letterboxd now, and we'll talk through. I'll start off and go through mine. But first, before we do that, I want to pull up the list I was talking about earlier in the stream about best school movies. Okay, so I have Social Network, Accepted. You remember that one with Justin Long?
Yeah, it's okay.
Then I have Never Back Down, which is like
Never seen it.
I love it. It has like a young Amber Heard in it. It's like a UFC like school fighting movie. Then we have Prom Patch, which is one of the best movies of the year so far, in my opinion. It's a Disney Plus exclusive movie. It's like in the style of like a old Disney Channel original movie that I was just talking about with Haunted Mansion. It gave that vibes. Like it felt like the best Disney thing they made in a very long time, in my opinion, and it's shockingly really good. It surprised the hell out of me. That's in my top 10. It's like number 2. So like ridiculous that it made there. Like I, yeah. Then we have Eurotrip. I put Eurotrip in here.
Yeah.
Then Superbad, Booksmart, Project X, and Girl Next Door. Like I don't. I'm adding ones as I go, but like, these are personal movies I really enjoy that like are based in school. So.
No Edge of 17, I see.
Oh, I need a good point. See, I'm adding things to it. So like,
ones that I mean, a lot of those wouldn't be in mine, but I think, I mean, like I said, Edge of 17 would be in there. 8th grade may be in there. Like going recently, 21 Jump Street would definitely be in there.
Oh, the first one. Wait, they both could go in there. You're right. They both. Could go in there.
I would just put the first one just because you don't want. I like when I make lists, I try not to. I try to do one of, this and that.
I personally like 22 Jump Street better.
I would put American Pie probably in there.
I rewatched that. It's not that good.
I love American Pie. There's probably more.
It's a hard like I'm going as I go.
Oh, The Breakfast Club, of course. The Breakfast Club would be in there. Dazed and Confused.
I'm thinking more of like early 2000 movies. I'm not going like back to the 90s or 80s. That's not the aesthetic I'm looking for.
Lady Bird.
See, this is my description. It says, these are my personal favorite movies that take place in high school, college, or even somewhere between high school and college. Most of these movies will be early 2000s purely for soundtrack purposes. That's what it says.
Boyhood, I would definitely put in there.
No, hell no. I know.
Boyhood has a great soundtrack. I mean, just saying. But Boyhood definitely would be in there for me. But yeah.
I've only watched that movie once.
Are great. Oh, I love it. One year, I think I watched it like 3 times.
Okay. So yeah, that's like the only list. Actually, I'm gonna pull up my favorite movies of the year real quick just to kind of show you guys where that is at right now. I started using my watch list on Letterboxd so I can keep track of stuff. Which I never really done. So let me go. Best movies of the year. Okay, so yeah, right now it's still Scream 6 as my number 1. Then Prom Pat, the Disney movie I said, is number 2. Then John Wick 4, Theater Camp, Slow, Creed 3. Like, everything past Prom Pat is, like, purely just placeholders waiting for something else to come out. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, because I did not really love John Wick 4, as most everyone else does, apparently. So, you didn't like it that much. You kind of agreed.
I mean, I liked it. Yeah. I liked it, but I mean, it wasn't the M word.
Let me go. Okay, so now
I don't even my top 10 list is not updated. I need to do that sometime.
Okay, so now we're in April. I forgot where we left off.
I think the second, right? Because we did it the start of April, like very beginning, like that. I think it was the second.
I probably said School of Rock. I think School of Rock was where I'm gonna just go off with School of Rock.
I'm surprised that's not on your thingy thing.
I need to put that. It didn't even occur to me. It didn't even occur to me. See, I'm still working on the list. I'm not calling it's done.
And I call that movie overrated. So.
Wow. Okay.
I watched it recently for the first time. And I'm like, people love this movie.
Wow. Okay. Starting off, okay, we have The Easter Bunny is Coming to Town, an old Rankin and Bass animation classic that I wanted to watch. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of feeling this. So I watched it. I enjoyed it. Not much to say about that one. Then we're moving on to Smart House. You'll see a bunch of regional Disney coms here, because I was watching them with like commentaries from like Pretty Much It and the Wangers, because I like felt like doing that. So there's a ton of those type of movies that I did with. I'll mention when I watched it with the commentary. So Smart House. Then I finally watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and you know, Zach, I love that first movie. This movie was extremely disappointing. Like, there were some good parts in it. Like, I really enjoyed the beginning of the movie. The ending was awful. Everything with the ending was the third act was really bad, in my opinion. Like, Zachary Levi, they got rid of Asher Angel kind of entirely, and he was good in the first movie. So, like,
oh, the kid.
Yeah, but they gave more to Jack Dylan Grazer though, which made me happy because he was one of the best parts of the first movie. So, like,
yeah, I agree. They went a lot more with the actual Shazam character,
and it doesn't work for that long. Like, he's such a he acts like he's 12 years old.
I mean, that's the point, but you know, I mean, I mean, I thought the movie was a lot of fun, and it was. I think the first one's definitely better, but I mean, I'd watch them equally. You know, I don't watch the first Shazam.
I probably will never watch Shazam 2 unless I'm going through the first one again. You know, like, and that'd be like a strong if too. Okay, so next up, I watched the Mario movie. I know you're not gonna see this movie, but I wanted to check it out. It was okay. Like, it was okay. We don't even need to elaborate. The soundtrack was awful to this movie. They just put like pop songs for the purpose of pop songs to just flexing their money, you know?
Of course they would.
But they did have the DK rap in this movie, which made me extremely happy. And Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong. Okay, I gotta support my boy. Next, I watched Good Burger for the first time with a commentary. Kind of enjoyed it, and they're like making a sequel to that, so I'm seeing the first one now. Yeah. And then I watched again Little Shops of Horrors. I watched it with a commentary, and I forgot how good this musical is. Little Shops of Horrors is good. Like, it's a little good, fun little movie.
I've never seen it.
Then I watched the Lizzie McGuire movie with a commentary. It's pretty good. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just a classic. Then I watched Don't Look Under a Bed, another DCOM with a commentary. That was awful. That was like some of these are tolerable with the commentary, but this was so bad it was just not as fun. So, then I watched John Tucker Must Die, which purely watched this movie for like the early 2000s of it, but also Brooke Davis from One Tree Hill's in this movie. So to see her in another property. This is actually a really enjoyable movie from this era, 2006. Like, it was a good watch. Like it wasn't like awful. I would watch this again. John Tucker Must Die is that one's called. Then I watched a movie called Out Cold, which is like a snowboarding town, and like they someone tries to take over, and they're like, we're not gonna take it. They're not gonna take over. One of those movies.
Oh, so like what you call it? Footloose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, Out Cold's enjoyable. It's really stupid, very outdated in moments, but I enjoyed it. Then I watched Drive Me Crazy, which is another like rom-com type of movie. It has the guy from Entourage, and it has the girl from like the Sabrina show. Not the new Sabrina show, the old one. I forgot her name. It was awful. I tell you, Zach, there's a montage where like there's this weird outcast kid in this movie, right? And he's like one of the main characters. He's like one of the main characters' like best friends. And this dude gets like upset because like he's hanging out with this girl and he's changing who he is. And this dude just always has a camera with him. So like in the middle of the movie, randomly they play over like the morning announcements. They play his video, and it's just like his friends like messing up or doing something, or something bad happens to him. And then he like intersplice like Nazi propaganda in it.
As they should.
It is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. And the ending was like implying that incest is good.
Heck yeah, it is.
So
heck yeah.
So yeah, one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen.
I mean, you saw Jaime's and Cersei's wonderful kid in Game of Thrones.
No, okay, we're gonna move on. All right. Then I watched Prom Pat, and that's how I found out about Prom Pat. Then I watched Zombies, which is like a newer Disney Channel DCOM, and it was awful. It was unwatchable. Really fucking bad. Then I watched the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special they did for Netflix. As a fan of Power Rangers, it was just cool to see. Nothing really there. It's not 5 out of 5. It's just like I enjoy it because I had like a history with it. Then I watched Missing, the sequel to Searching, and that was pretty enjoyable. Like I was like fully engaged the entire time watching it, which was kind of surprising for me. I didn't think I was going to be, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Then I watched Ghosted, the new Anna de Armas and Chris Evans movie. It was okay. Like I enjoyed it. The soundtrack was really bad. They purely just literally Apple flexing its money, getting like songs like Uptown Funk. And then the cameos are insane in this movie. Not in a good way insane. Like why insane? Like there's like one scene in this movie where they just flux their cameos, and it's just like cameo after cameo after cameo type of thing, and it's like why? Like why? And then the ending has a cameo that you expect from a mile away because this person's always doing cameos now. So
Matt Damon?
No, it's not Matt Damon.
Oh, Matt Damon's the king of cameos, by the way.
Well, I think someone's gonna take his place very soon.
I don't know. If you look at Matt Damon's like IMDb, you're like, he's in that movie? Oh, he's in this movie? He's in that? What? Trust me.
Okay, so then I watched Road Trip. It was okay. Outdated, of course. Then I watched Accepted. I like Accepted. College, which is just a movie called College from 2008 with Drake Bell in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad. That movie is like unwatchable bad. Then I watched The Social Network because I love this movie. I rewatched it. Then I went to the Harry Potter concert thing. I think I mentioned that on here. So yeah, I did that. Then I watched The Princess Diaries. The first one, which is actually really enjoyable. I forgot. And then the sequel was just worse than the first one by quite a big force. Then I watched a new Ben Affleck movie I've never seen before, Zach.
I did too.
It's a rom-com with him and Sandra Bullock. This has to be one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever seen. The color palettes on this movie is the worst I've ever seen in history. Like, ever. Like, there's like a green tint to like the sky throughout the whole movie. Like, like that effect they put in some of those like very low budget movies where they film in daylight but they try to make the sky like night. It's
Yep.
like that the entire movie. The editing of this movie is atrocious. I will never see this movie again. I gave it 2 stars purely because Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock's chemistry was good and my boy's in it. So like, but that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The Forces of Nature, do not recommend that movie. Then I watched The Hunger Games again. I like that movie. My girl Jennifer Lawrence is in that. I'm so excited for the new movie, by the way. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. That trailer is killer, dude. That trailer is so good. I know you're going to wait for Guardians on that one. So.
Yeah, I figured it was going to play in front of something.
Yeah. And then I watched the Woody Harrelson Champions movie, the basketball one. It's okay. It's okay. Then I watched the movie Crossroads, which has like Britney Spears like acting debut. It has what's her name? Zoe Saldana in this movie as well. It's just a weird movie. It's a road trip movie. It's just odd. It's a very odd movie, but I kind of enjoyed it. Then I watched Zombies 2, the sequel to that zombie movie. It was unwatchable. Then I watched A Good Person, that new Zach Braff movie. With Florence Pugh.
I was gonna see that.
It was okay.
I never did.
Like, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, it's nothing to write home about. It's like, it's a drug addiction movie, but it's been done so many times, like a lot better. I worded that awfully, but like recently over the years, they have made a ton of drug addiction movies, and it's been done a lot better. Like Ben is Back and Beautiful Boy do it perfectly. This movie's just like riding the coattails, so it seems like it's repetitive. But yeah, so it's that. It's nothing special. Then I watched the making of The Social Network called How Did They Ever Make a Movie of Facebook, which was all about the history and them talking through how they made the movie. It was incredible to watch. Then right after that, I watched The Social Network again. Then I ended off by last night watching, actually today. Oh yeah, it was like midnight when I finished it. It's another DCOM with a commentary called The Other Me. That movie is just okay. But yeah, I told you I watched a ton this month, so I'm kind of proud of myself. It was mainly DCOMs and rom-coms is what I was watching. So, all right, so we'll move on to what you watched, Zach. Let me pull it up real quick.
Only I counted this morning 20-something movies.
That's not bad.
No, but like I said earlier, a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Oh my
we're on that
God.
Freaking show thing. Ooh, I saw a movie on there I really like. All right, so let's go to the bottom. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the first one that would be new to talk about is Air. What's your thoughts on Air? I still haven't seen it yet, but
it's that or Scream 6 is my favorite movie of the year. It's I don't know why anyone wouldn't like it, to be honest. It's one of those I really enjoyed the movie a lot. It's definitely will be at the end on my list at the end of the year.
Okay. Then you watched Godfather Part 3.
Yep, had to finish it out. It's actually not bad. I actually really like
give it 4 stars.
Godfather Part 3.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of crap.
Then you watched Scarface.
Yep, overrated. Very overrated.
You still gave it 3 stars, though.
Just because it's so iconic. It has those iconic scenes in it. But people act like that's like the greatest movie ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never heard of this. What is Bananas, Zach? That was the next one you watched from 1971.
It's a Woody Allen movie. And it sucks that Woody Allen's such a creepy person because he has so many good movies. But this movie, it's really...
Sigourney Weaver? No, it's not.
No. It's one of his first movies, and it's just really funny. I think it's trying to tell it was like social commentary for back then. I obviously didn't pick up on it. I just thought it was really funny.
Okay. Then you went to Clerks 3 again.
Yeah, that was my playing movie. So
Okay.
I had it on my phone, so
Watched it on
I
your phone.
watched it. Yeah.
Then Shirt Torn. Wow, I can't speak. Short Term 12. There we go.
Yep.
You
That's
love this
another
movie.
playing movie. Yeah, it's a playing movie at this point. It's always on my phone, and I
Okay.
got on the plane. I was like, watch Clerks 3 on the way there. I'll watch Short Term 12 on the way back. But yeah, love it.
Then you watched Cloud Atlas. I thought it's not a rewatch apparently. So you never seen this
No,
before?
never seen it. It's something else.
Something else.
I don't
So
know
you're
if
saying
you've
it's a
seen it.
masterpiece. So you could people should respect this movie.
I don't know. There's some people that would use the M word on it, but yeah, it's something else. Apparently, you need to read the book. I was lost.
Yeah, so it's like Catalyst, with
yeah. It was just it was very odd. Not weird, like for weird sake, but the way the movie is, it was like three or four different stories all at once, but they were all very similar because they kind of interact, blah blah blah. But it was really weird. It was really fast paced, and about like 2 hours in, I'm like, this is just stupid. Like I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Is it individual stories? Is that what it is, or is it like one?
No, it's the movie's like if I understand it correctly, which could be wrong, it's like there's three or it's six different stories. One's like in like the early days of man, then one was like the 1800s, one was the 40s, then like 2010s, then there was one like 2025 or something like
I thought
something
that was
way
like a
in the
science
future.
fiction movie.
It is, yep. So it's just like one event kind of calculates into the other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm never.
It's
Watching
very
this movie. What the fuck?
it's very weird.
Okay. Then you watched Hell or High Water. I thought you've seen this movie before, but
I
apparently
have.
not.
No, I've seen it.
It didn't say rewatched. It just said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I've seen it a bunch of times.
Okay.
I watched it just because I wanted something different than that
I
weird
love Jeff
clown
Bridges in this movie because you can barely understand him, and plus I love the part where it says, "What don't you want?" I will never understand this movie. I don't like Hell or High Water. I think like people that live where I live, this is like normal day stuff for us, and people are like watching us like we're in like glass cages watching this movie. That's what it is. That's what it is. Exactly what it is.
Yeah, I've always really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and people agree with you. Everyone loves that movie. Then you watched the World Trade Center.
Yep.
Never seen this movie.
No.
Heard of it?
Very, very happy movie, obviously.
Oh, Nick Cage is in this?
Yep, Nicolas Cage,
Maggie
Michael
Gyllenhaal?
Pena. Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal's in
Michael
it.
Shannon? Holy crap.
Yeah, he makes a brief appearance as well. It's good. It's it's a 9/11 movie, so it's not.
It's rough to watch, yeah.
Yeah, and just I think I do like it in a sense that you don't see a lot of movies obviously about 9/11, but you don't see many movies when they're about 9/11. It's not on the ground, which was very different. You don't because you don't see much video of you only see the video of the planes going into the trade centers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not saying it's an important movie, but I think it is kind of important to see. It's always harder to see when it's even in a movie like Saving Private Ryan with Normandy. You just see the effect of it all. If that makes sense.
I didn't realize this was directed by Oliver Stone.
Yep, it's definitely not your typical Oliver Stone movie.
Yeah, the last movie Oliver Stone did was Snowden, wasn't it?
Yep, it's been a while, but you know how he does his conspiracies, which I didn't think he would go conspiracy route on here, but I asked someone before I watched it. I was like, "Does he go into this?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Good."
He did Savages too. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that movie's not very good. Talk about weird coloring or whatever. Savages have.
If you can't talk shit about Savages if you have not seen The Forces of Nature. It is the worst I've ever seen. Like it's really bad. Like, and I never comment on that stuff because I really gave a shit. But this was like literally bugging me.
Yeah, in your face.
Yeah. So next one, which I'm very surprised that you gave 1 star, because I find this movie's really enjoyable. The Beaver, my girl's in it. My two people I love is in it. You got Anton Yelchin and Jennifer Lawrence in this movie.
That was a bad movie.
It wasn't bad. You're just saying that because there was a talking beaver that like
he cuts his arm off.
Yes, because
So,
he's mentally struggling. This dude's like fucked up.
It was just I was not good. I didn't like it. The best part was Anton Yelchin and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly.
That story was a lot better than Mel Gibson going crazy.
Well, Jennifer Lawrence and Anton Yelchin make everything better because they're in 2 movies together. Actually, can you name the other one that they're in together?
Was he in that Love Crazy or something like that?
I'll give it to you. Like Crazy, yeah.
Like Crazy.
Yeah.
Never seen it, but I know she's in it.
Movie.
And I know
it's rough. It's a rough watch, but very good. Then I guess you wanted to rewatch your favorite rapper of all time again, and so you watched 8 Mile.
Yep, bought the 4K. Finally went on sale, so I bought it. So I rewatched it. Great 4K. Highly recommend.
Still love it?
Oh yeah. Yep, love the movie. It's great.
That's the reason. Like I'm like after going through the social networks special features, man. Like it just makes me want to go like I don't know. I just love special features. It adds another level.
Well, sadly, not a lot of movies have great special features anymore.
Like The Color of Money, they should re-release that shit and give us one.
Wow. You think they'd give you special features on that? Highly doubt it. Like the special features on 8 Mile is terrible.
Are they? Is there a commentary on it though?
I don't know. I don't watch the commentaries. I don't think there was a commentary for 8
Why do you buy Criterions if you're not going to watch the commentaries?
I watched the special features for the Criterions.
Oh no. Actually, that hopefully by the end of May I would have seen more Criterions. That's my goal. Because I really want to see more. I have a massive stack that I need to get through. I just want to get through them this month. I want to get through quite a few of them. So that's my goal. Hopefully I can do that. Then you watched A Million Ways to Die in the West. You watched it again.
Yeah, I saw it right when it came out on VOD. It's something.
It's awful. It's really bad.
It's not great. He tries. I have to give Seth MacFarlane. He does try. You can tell if you watch that movie. He is trying. He's trying very hard.
I need to put the whole eye to it. I don't go through movies and just click the eye. I just kind of wait till I watch it again. You know.
Which one eye?
Like like on Letterboxd where you click the eye, like you've seen it.
Yeah, I did that a long time ago. But yeah, movies. It could have been really funny, but it's a I don't even know what you call it. It's like 3 different movies into one.
Yeah. Then, but Beirut. I don't even know how you pronounce this.
Oh, Beirut.
Yeah.
Beirut.
Is that my boy John Hamm?
Yep, that is John Hamm.
Well, he looks so weird. Oh, and Rosamund Pike too. Damn.
Yep. You've never seen it?
No, I actually never heard of this. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's just a like a political thriller. But yeah, John Hamm, really good. Rosamund Pike is in it. But yeah, it's Tony Gilroy wrote it, so if you know who that is, it's very Tony Gilroy-ish. Okay. He always does like political thrillers and stuff. Nothing amazing by any stretch of imagination.
This poster straight up looks like the $100 million arm or whatever it's called. Like,
is it?
It literally looks exactly like that poster.
But yeah, I mean, it was a movie I definitely never heard of it, but the only reason why I have it was I used to go to the Family Video store, and I'd always just buy something just to support it, the store, and at the cover has a Rotten Tomatoes fresh score, and I was like, well, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Next you watched a movie that I will never see, but I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. Evil Dead Rises. Not
It's
Rise and
great.
Rise. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun.
Does it keep the tone of like the
So
other
it's
Sam Raimi's?
it's it's definitely a lot more serious. Or it doesn't have that comedy like the original trilogy. Um, but I mean, I I don't know if you'd like it or not, but I mean, it's a really good horror movie. And it's
I'm
getting a
assuming
lot
that
of
I
love.
can't see this, right? You're gonna agree with that, like as a
I don't
person.
know. I don't think it's scary, but apparently it is. People say it is, so it's one of those where,
Uh-huh.
um,
Take a risk if you want.
maybe. But it has
I love Army of Darkness, but that's the only of this franchise I've seen.
well, it's nothing like Army of
Yeah, yeah,
Darkness.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's
Dude,
the one thing is
you know
it's
the
not as
remake.
gory as the other
It's
ones. So
who is the David Gordon? Not David Gordon Green. The person that directed the remake or the
yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
Eddie
that
Fetty
movie.
Alvarez.
The on the post, the girl like under the floor. That still gives me nightmares. That shit, and I've never seen the movie, but that that image terrifies me.
Yeah, it's the only thing is I was kind of shocking it wasn't as gory as the others, but
Dude, it wasn't
I mean,
gory. I heard there was like someone
well,
gets like hit with a cheese grater.
okay, it gets gory at the end, but did you watch the original? Did you
Dude, I've never
seen?
seen them. The only one I've seen is
Okay,
Army of Darkness.
okay, because like I mean, 1 and 2 and the one that came out 10 years ago. I mean, there'd be pools of blood everywhere. So there's not as much blood, I'll say, in this one
So
until
compared
like
to the
the
others,
last.
you mean?
Yeah, until like the last sequence, which. But yeah, this movie's really good.
Okay, cool. Then you watch
It's
Cop
it's
Shop.
definitely a horror year. Horror year. This year is great for
Yeah, like
horror.
freaking Scream 6, dude, is still my number one, dude. I need to rewatch that. That finally came on VOD now, so. But then you watch Chop Shop. Any thoughts on this?
Have you ever heard of this movie?
Yes, I have. I remember the trailers in theaters very distinctly. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be a dumb action movie, and it gives you that, but it's more. It has much more of a story than I expected. Did you ever see Free Fire?
That was like one of my most anticipated that year that I never saw. I was so excited for it. I think I've tried to watch it twice but never finished it.
So it's kind of like that, where everyone's coming into one location and everyone has their own motives. So it's really entertaining. It's at Cop Shop's actually really. I'd recommend it if it's
Okay.
streaming or
It's
something.
Gerard Butler, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I've been wanting to talk to you about this movie, this next one, because I saw this at my film festival here in Oklahoma. And I came out of it really enjoying it in the sense because it was like a mood piece, and we're talking about Women's Walks Ahead. I can understand why you don't like this movie because it is a mood piece, is what it is.
So boring.
Yeah, exactly. But I haven't rewatched it since that film festival, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, just so boring. I mean, I would never watch it again. And ironically, I don't know why, but I had this categorized as a science fiction movie.
Yeah. Wait, a science fiction?
Yeah, it's definitely not science fiction.
No, it isn't. It's like two people talking. It's like a mood piece.
But yeah,
It's like a Terrence Malick movie in a sense.
a little bit, I guess. But yeah, I did not like it.
Okay. A movie that I honestly really enjoy, and I'm glad you do too, is Tron Legacy, man. This movie smacks. I love it.
Yep, never seen it before.
Did you like it? Well,
Yep,
I guess it's really good. Yeah, you give it 4 stars.
Yep, it is a generic. If I had to say something negative about it, it is generic.
Like legit, I could have watched like a full movie when they never went into the world either. Like I like the beginning stuff of it. The beginning of the movie before they go into the Tron world. I really enjoy that. I love the laser bike fights. Like this movie smacks. I love it.
The visuals to say, I think it's over 10 years old.
Yeah, it's 2010 came out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean it's 13 years old. I mean the visual effects are still bonkers. Holds up very well. Except for Jeff Bridges, of course.
Yeah.
Who cares? I see complain about it, but I'm like, it's not that big of a
I
deal.
will say I noticed the face of Army Hammer in Social Network now, and it kind of hurts, and I can't unsee it now. That I could, I really wish I didn't notice it, but it has aged quite a bit. The Army
It
Hammer
needs a
digital
4K.
face.
It
Oh,
needs
dude,
a
I would
4K.
buy that instantly. I would buy it instantly. I love that movie so much. Then you watch another movie that I watched around this time too. Loved it. The Kid Who Would Be King, the Andy Serkis movie, with his son in it. I think this movie is just
Actually,
a fun
Andy
time.
Serkis doesn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, he
just his
doesn't?
son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just his son.
I really enjoy
Yeah.
this movie. I really do. I would definitely watch it again. It's very good.
I didn't. It was too much of a kid movie.
See,
It just
I
didn't
enjoy
hook
that
me.
sometimes, yeah.
Which, if I was a kid, I would love it. It definitely has E.T. Goonies vibes, which I do like a lot, but I just no appeal for me personally. It's not a bad. It's definitely not a bad movie, but it just doesn't appeal to me at all.
Okay. Then this movie just came out. I don't know why it says 2022, but Somewhere in Queens. This is the Ray Romano movie, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Looks like you liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. It's kind of what I expected it. Just a nice little comedy drama. And Ray Romano really likes Rocky.
Is this a movie about Ice Age and how he realizes that he played a woolly mammoth for a couple movies?
No, sadly, no reference to that.
Damn it! Love Ice Age.
But he did direct this, which.
Oh, he did. I just see that. Yeah. Holy crap.
I mean, that's actually the main reason why I saw it. I just wanted to see
how
he does. And I mean, it's nothing, special, but it's a nice little movie for sure that will be forgotten about probably.
Then you watch Ed Wood.
It's good.
Okay.
It was better once I realized it was a true story.
I think I've seen it. Yeah, wait. No, I'm thinking of Chaplin. Ed Wood and Chaplin are very close together where I kind of get them mixed up.
Almost the same year around there, but yeah, I mean, I would say Ed Wood's a better movie than Chaplin, but Robert Downey Jr. is better in Chaplin than Johnny Depp.
Didn't Tim Burton direct this movie as well?
Yeah, he did. And I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan, so.
Yeah, me either. So yeah. Then you watched Extraction. I kind of enjoy it. It's a little decent little action movie.
Yep. Oh, Extraction. Yeah, I thought I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, that one take, which not really one take, but shown as a one take, the car chase sequence in the first half. I mean, that is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great sequence! But
I'm excited for the sequel, man. I'm excited for it.
That's why I saw it, because I was like, I want to see the sequel. Yeah. So, yeah, I saw people saying it's a white savior movie. I'm like, whatever. It's an action movie. Shut up.
Who is saying that? I
just saw someone say that. I'm like, okay, you're. What do you expect? Come on.
I don't know. Then you watch State of Play.
That's an Affleck movie.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I remember he's in the corner of this poster. Yeah, there he is. Yep. There's my boy, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. Ben Affleck is not... He is miscast in this movie.
Don't speak bad about my man, okay? He does
This movie's
wrong.
So boring. So boring. I do not recommend it.
I just said he does no wrong. No, he did that Runner movie with Justin Timberlake. I've been kind of, after watching Social Network, he does such a good job in that movie. There's no one I hate more in cinema than Sean Parker. Easily. I hate Sean Parker with every ounce of me. And that's because of Justin Timberlake plays him so well. I want to go on a Justin Timberlake binge. I want to watch Friends with Benefits. I want to watch.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want to watch Trolls. I want to watch.
In Time.
In Time. Yes. I want to watch Runner. I want to watch Snow Dogs. Or it's not Snow Dogs. It's something like that. It's like Alpha or something. Alpha Dogs, I think it's called. I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe I'll come back and I'm like, I'm done with my Justin Timberlake binge. I like Justin Timberlake as an actor. I really do. I do. But anyways, Ray, I think this movie's fantastic. Was this your first time watching this?
Yep. Yep. Typical music biopic.
But Jamie
That's how I
Foxx
felt.
killed it.
Oh, I mean, Jamie Foxx is, phenomenal is not
Yeah.
even a word for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he nails it.
Goes down as one of my favorite Oscar speeches as well.
I've never seen his
it's
Oscar
really
speech,
good. It's really good for this one, yeah.
but I felt the movie's just I mean, it's just your typical biopic music movie. I thought they should have focused on the drug addiction a lot more.
To be fair, this movie did a lot more than anything Bohemian Rhapsody did. Like,
Oh well, that movie's not good either.
I hate Bohemian Rhapsody.
But yeah, this movie, I think they should have focused on his drug addiction and getting off drugs instead of. It's there in this movie for sure, more than Bohemian.
It's like barely in the middle of it, isn't it? Like,
it's in there, like you see it throughout the movie, but you don't see him fight it. They were like, he's like, I need to be done. Then the movie just ends, and I'm like, oh.
Me. This is a vehicle for Jamie Foxx because you go out of this movie and watching it the entire time, like, holy shit! Like, that's what you're saying in your head the entire time watching it. It's not about the filmmaking.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Because I didn't realize Jamie Foxx could be that good.
He's
I know
good.
he's really good in Collateral as well, but
he's also a really good singer too.
Well, he's on a different level in this movie.
Yeah. Well, that's catches us all up. Is there?
And I will mention, highly recommend the Tupac docu-series that's going on right now.
Yeah, I will catch up and we can talk about that next.
Yeah,
next time.
because it's not over yet. It has 2 more episodes, so 2 more weeks. But
better than that awful movie they made, and also that Biggie documentary that came out last year.
Oh, it makes the Biggie documentary look terrible
because it's not good. It's repetitive.
But no, this is on a different. This is like The Last Dance, but with Tupac.
Okay. Then
I don't know if you watched The Last Dance.
I didn't watch it, but
okay. But this, it's so in depth, and it just shows why. I know you're a Biggie fan, but
I like Tupac. But like when people ask you, I'm always gonna pick Biggie no matter what.
The biggest problem with the argument when people ask it, it's really unfair because Biggie only has 2 albums.
But they're great. They're fantastic.
Tupac has like 8.
Yeah.
Then you have his death albums. So I mean.
Yeah, like,
so
like
really
Tupac had more room to grow in general, but Biggie has always been my favorite. I've enjoyed his music, but don't get me wrong, I love Tupac's music too, man. Like a Hail Mary is such a good song. I love the diss track he does on Biggie too, and I'm a Biggie fan.
Oh, yeah. So, hit him up.
Yeah, hit him up is so good. First off, fuck your bitch.
Yeah, this docu-series is so much better. I mean, because Tupac's mom's dead, but they still have her in it, which
it's like it's in the sense of the same type of thing as the Biggie thing, because it takes place with his mom and all that. So
and his mom was absolutely crazy as well. They could have a docu-series just on her.
I love FX and everything they're doing, so I'm 100% in. Like,
yep, yeah, that was what was holding me back. I was kind of nervous about because I was like, FX, that's a weird,
FX is so good, dude. Like, I'm like honestly, that Steve Carell movie, that show he did, The Therapist or whatever it's called, is incredible. Like, I binged that like a couple months ago. That's an incredible show. But yeah, I need to watch it. It's one of those I need to catch up on. But again, that goes with tons of shows I need to catch up on. It's just there's so much stuff coming out. You can never catch up with TV shows. Movies you can feel like adequate with, at least.
Yep, for sure.
Then we have Guardians this upcoming week, so that's exciting. Are you gonna rewatch those?
Wednesday. Yep. I went to. I don't know if they offered it at your theater, but they're showing all 3.
Oh, you're doing
Wednesday
that?
night. Yeah, in IMAX. Heck yeah.
They don't. They have it at the most inconvenient location where I am, so I can't do that.
I've never been to the theater they're doing it at, but it's in the IMAX, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, at least you get to go to a new theater. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes away. But
But you'll be there
yeah,
all day
and
because it's
well,
back
it
to back.
starts at 6:30 at night. So I mean,
Oh wow.
I'll probably Then I already bought tickets on Thursday, but then they released that marathon thing. I was like, well, I want to go see them all in IMAX.
Yeah.
So now I'm seeing it on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, so
So
you're gonna go? Oh, what if you don't like it on Wednesday?
well, I have to see it because I can't get a refund on the IMAX ticket for Thursday.
So if you hate it, you're gonna go see it anyways.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I doubt that happens, but
All right. Before we end off, I brought up my boy JT's film catalog here. So we have In Time, Friends with Benefits. Those came out the same year. He was booming in 2011. Then he had the new movie that came out 2021, that Palmer movie. That was like one of the first like Apple TV movies. Then he has Trolls, Social Network, then the Bad Teacher movie. That's awful. With Cameron Diaz.
it has its moments.
Then we have Alpha Dog, which has Anton Yelchin in there. Then we have Trolls World Tour. Can't forget that one. Then he's in Shrek the Third. And you can't forget this classic movie. This one goes back as in like probably the top 10 movies of all time in the history. Trouble with a Curve. You know? The Clint Eastwood baseball movie.
It's not that bad.
Then we have Runner with Ben Affleck, my boy.
To be honest, that's probably his second best movie you just mentioned.
What, Trouble with the Curve?
Yeah. Friends with Benefits and Trouble with the Curve. Those are probably 1 and 2, if you don't count Social Network, obviously.
Then Trolls Band Together, which is coming out this year. So we're getting a new JT movie this year. Very excited. Then we had The Love Guru.
I've seen that. It's great.
Me too. Then he was in the Yogi Bear live action movie.
Seen that a lot too. That's also great.
Then he was in Shrek Forever After. I forgot who he plays in Shrek.
Doesn't he play the kids? Or no?
The kids?
Don't they have kids?
Yeah, I don't think he plays Shrek's kids.
I thought he did. I can't remember.
Arthur Pentadragon.
Oh, I've only seen the second one, I think.
Oh, I know. It's the kid that like Shrek has to train to be the king in this third movie. I remember, yeah. Okay. Then he was in Inside Llewyn Davis, one of my favorite movies of all time. He's really good in that as well.
Barely in it.
Then apparently there's a bunch of little movies I've never heard of. But anyways, Justin Timberlake, one of the greatest actors of our generation. Okay. I always forget he's married to Jessica Biel. Completely forget. Oh my god! I just clicked on Jessica Biel, and do you know what came up? I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Oh, what a classic! That wouldn't be problematic today at all.
That's a 14 on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh god, I hated that movie, man. I remember this movie Next with Nicolas Cage. Oh my gosh. 2007, man. What a year for movies. Dude, okay. Did you ever get confused with okay, there's the one movie with where it's Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, The Prestige.
Yeah, Prestige.
And the Illusionist or whatever.
Yes.
I've only seen The Prestige, so.
The Illusionist. But I'm very curious because I always got them mixed together.
I know Edward Norton's in it.
Yeah, do you know who also is in this? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
And do you know what also he's in that I did not realize who Aaron Taylor Johnson was in? He was in that Anna Karenina movie with Keira Knightley.
Never seen it.
It's like a 2012. Aaron Taylor Johnson's been around for a while, and it's kind of weird. Like he's always been here. What is this?
I guess.
It's weird. You know, I miss JT. Can we have like the renaissance of Justin Timberlake coming back to movies? Can we get a Social Network Part 2?
They could make that. I think they've talked about it.
Yeah, actually, there's an article that I forgot what it was played. I think it was 2019. Aaron Sorkin wrote like an open letter to Mark Zuckerberg. He said, "Hey, I know who you are." It's like, yeah, it's pretty funny to watch. I love this. Hopefully I come back next month.
They could make that. I mean, I don't need Fincher to return to be confident, but if Aaron Sorkin comes back, and I mean, of course, Jesse Eisenberg, but
Yeah,
I mean, if those two came back, I'd be down with it.
and Andrew Garfield.
I don't know if he would have a big role in that. Depends what they pick on how to, the story wise.
Yeah. I was thinking of something. Hold on, my brain. Shit. Oh yeah, Michael Mann's new movie. It's kind of heating up, and I'm hearing good things about it too.
What movies? I know they announced Heat 2, but
it's the oh no wait is The Killer a Fincher project or is
The Killers? I think Fincher.
I'm thinking because Man has Ferrari. I don't know if that's coming out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think I mentioned that in my most anticipated.
Oh, it's in post production, so it must be coming. But again,
most likely, yeah.
Again, Michael Mann has not been good for a while.
He hasn't released a movie in 10 years.
No, he did Black Hack.
That was like 10 years ago.
No, it was not that long ago, dude. No,
that was like 2015. 2015. I mean, that's 8 years ago.
He also did. He directed a couple episodes of that Tokyo Vice show.
That doesn't count.
Okay, so I guess Fincher's The Killer. Okay. That's exciting, dude. We have a Michael Mann and a Fincher movie coming out this year.
Yeah, I didn't like Fincher's last movie, so.
Was it Mank?
Yep.
Yeah, that movie's awful. No, I wouldn't say it. No, that's wrong words to use. It was not awful. It was just boring.
Yep.
I love, talk about my boy. Gone Girl is so good. I love that movie so much. Dude, I never watched the behind the scenes of Gone Girl. I should do that.
Do they have any?
Because I know they have to, because how I got the DVD, not DVD, for the Blu-ray for that, it comes in like a little paper box thing, and it comes with like the book that Rosamund Pike writes in the movie.
Yeah, it's only a Blu-ray. I can't see. It doesn't have anything on the back about special features.
Okay. Again, I love Gone Girl. I love Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's my favorite Fincher.
Gone Girl is?
Yep.
Dude, you're insane. It has to be Social Network.
I watch Gone Girl more than any of his movies, and I haven't watched them in a while.
I don't like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I hate The Case of Benjamin Button. I do not like that movie at all. Zodiac is great. Panic Room is good. Fight Club is great. The Game is really underrated. Seven's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Seven used to be my favorite movie of all time, but I haven't watched it in like 10 years.
Oh, speaking of our boy, Justin Timberlake had a music video directed by David Fincher. Just saying.
That's probably why he cast him.
No, it was after. It was 2013 when this was, and Social Network was 2010.
Yeah, because Fincher, that's how he came out, was with music videos.
Yeah, I know. I did a whole deep dive on him. I've seen every single Fincher thing.
Yep. I've seen all of his movies, but
I honestly, I love Gone Girl though. That movie's so good.
Alien 3, underrated.
No, that movie's just fucking bad.
No,
it's not underrated. It's just bad.
I like Alien 3. I think it's different.
Oh, speaking of stuff, I need to watch that new Cynodal show on Amazon with
the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
It's one of those that looks very typical. Average.
That's the thing with Netflix doing is if you look at the stuff they're doing, right, all it is just like crime dramas, or I'm going.
That's what people like.
It's just so many, dude. It's like they look all the same.
just like the murder stuff, mystery, like serial killer stuff. I don't know how people watch that crap. I really don't.
Like some of them are good. Like the one, actually the guy in Citadel, the guy that I forgot his name. He was in Game of Thrones. Robert.
Oh yeah,
Robert.
Richard Madden.
Yeah, I love Richard Madden, dude. I loved him in in the Marvel movie.
Eternal.
Yeah, I liked him.
Eternals.
And I always like my favorite character is Jon Snow, so I'll always be biased towards him.
But no, those like crime like docu-series on Netflix. The reason I don't like them is it's because someone wants money now, and they're like, oh, we can make a docu-series about this.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch the Jared Subway guy one?
No, I didn't.
I watched some of that just because I was forced to, and I was like, this lady who caught him is just creepy in herself. like I know Jared's disgusting, but this woman, she was just looking for something, and now she acts like a big hero. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to give this crazy woman money. But yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, so there's like stuff coming up, man. Like the thing with streaming is we're at a point where like there's something coming out every week, and it's like you got to choose what you want to watch, and it's like up in the air if it'll be good. It's like one of the, I don't know.
That's why I'm really selective. That's why I don't watch many TV shows, just because they take a long time to go through.
They do, and so like I'll hear like some from my friends, they're like, I just like watching TV shows better. I'm like, how? Like your time is cut so much just by that
because they're not really watching it as much. If that makes sense, they may have it on in the background, but
we're always consuming stuff. So like we're always
So in like a year, they won't know, what really, what. Oh, that show was good, or stuff like that. Just surface level.
Like every time like I hear something, oh that's decent, like or like whatever, it's like, oh that's good. I always like to give it a try. Like I'm never gonna just shut it down unless it's like horror. Like horror, I just won't see. That's not my thing.
Well,
so, like,
there's not many horror shows, so you're lucky.
Well, that Scream show was awful, really bad.
Well, never saw it.
Okay. Well, guys,
it was an MTV show, so that should have answered all your questions.
Well, you might be back later this week to talk some Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm very curious to see how it is because I enjoyed Guardians Volume 2 quite a bit. So I have hope. I can't say I'm super excited for it though because Marvel's been disappointing a lot for me. But yeah, we might be back talking this week about it. I need to catch up on some movies. I'm sure at the end of this month. Actually, keep in mind we're gonna try to do a ranking of the Fast and Furious when this happens. We might have to post it a week after. I mean, like do the live stream like a week later, so Zack has time to get through the movies. But yeah, we want to talk about it before that movie comes out. Of course, we'll be back by that point. We'll talk Fast and Furious, and we'll see you guys next month. You guys can follow Zack at Blu-ray Zack on all social medias. You can find me at Wiley K Todd. Stay tuned for everything, and welcome new viewers if you're here. So if you're watching this on the replay, thank you. And we'll see you guys next